I used to think when I was like really young doing YouTube that I would make it if that ever happened, if I got on TV.
Right.
And now it's like, I have so many emails being like, do you want to come on this or do you want to do this? It's just like, things have changed so much now where YouTube holds so much more power over this old like dinosaur sort of age thing.
Yeah, I mean, like can you think of any YouTubers who have actually made like a good TV program or have like been to TV?
No.
I'm trying to think.
No,
Probably
I can think of a lot.
Smiling Friends is the only one I can
Smiling
think of.
Friends, yeah.
Smiling
I'd
Friends,
say that'd
that's
be the
like
only
the
one
only
I would
one.
think of.
Yeah.
But aside from that,
But I feel like animation is a very unique case where it would kind of benefit from being in like a classic TV production cycle with the money and the support around it.
But you also
a lot of
find
shitty
that they
movies.
still upload on
Yeah.
YouTube as well. Like
Yeah.
it goes both places.
But like what I always see happen is that they get the TV deal and then their YouTube content just like goes down in quality. They start losing.
We
views.
know a few people that have ruined it. Well, not ruined it, but like taken that route, and it's just like you watch it from a distance, and you're like, why would you do that?
Because your agent's like, hey, this is a good idea. This would really legitimize you. It's like,
legitimize
me to who?
Yeah.
I used to, because that used to be the thing. It's
That's
like
what
they held the cards, and now it's like you hold the cards. You can decide whatever you want to do with it, and everything is becoming so integrated with the sort of stuff that we're doing on a platform that we've been a part of for so long that we can help sort of
Pave the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Does Colder Ones have a vision? Where you want to
What's
go?
the end goal?
I don't know.
Is there an end goal?
The vision's kind of blurry always.
Depends if you ask them drunk or sober.
Cold One's the movie, bro.
The drunk version is, get your cock out.
Chad gets his dick and ass out
At the same time in one frame.
with a mirror.
Backdoor balls.
How many places in the world can I get my dick out?
That actually I would click that if I saw it in my recommend.
If I saw a video that said how many countries can I get my cock and balls out in 24 hours, I would fucking watch it.
I wish you could make shit like that still. I wish YouTube would not throttle that sort of content. You could never do that, but
Yeah.
if you went back a couple of years in time, you could make that but still blur it and it wouldn't get fucked by the system.
Yeah.
And now it's like there's no
can't
way
really
your
do it.
channel will
I mean,
literally be blacklisted.
How does Cold One survive in that kind of universe?
We adapt. We put it all on
we paywall
Patreon
it all.
instead.
Every 5 seconds there must be a jarring cut.
That's why it's 4 hours of footage cut down to 15 minutes. It's 15 minutes of funny.
We do still have problems with things and that, but I think YouTube was going down this path where it was becoming more and more narrow with what was allowed to be done, to the point where I would get, like, if I go on my YouTube app and log into my main channel, every single video now is yellow or red $sign because what was okay back then has slowly shifted.
Of course.
And you still get punished for stuff that they said was fine back then. And that still was narrowing for a while. But then I think it started to open up again for a bit. Like YouTube...
They chilled out a little bit.
Yeah, they made some
recently.
things being like...
They got strict again recently.
Yeah, but it's weird. It's like they always bend one rule, but then they do both at the same time. They say you can do this now, but now you can't.
And it really
do
feels
that.
like if you get on their radar, you just get fucked.
Well,
Like if they just want to
that's like one of my fears as well, where I look at the videos, I'm like, you know, what we're doing is okay now, but I don't want to, like, 2 years from now then like do a review and go, that's it, fuck this whole channel. Because over the years we've changed so much. We haven't penalized the content, we haven't like ruined the content, but we've found other ways of doing stuff where it's still in their guidelines, and we're constantly changing. And there's some videos that we have age restricted because of it, which is completely fine. I love you, YouTube. But yeah, it's just like I try to steer away from trying to drink as much on videos because I don't want someone to review it one day and go, well, it's just them getting drunk and getting their cocks out. It's not.
That is basically Cold One.
Only on Patreon.
There is one video you did.
But we're not going to smoke crack pipes anymore.
There's one video you did where you just like ordered like 500 fucking Uber Eats.
Oh yeah.
I remember this video.
yeah.
I was watching this, and I imagine you must have got so many comments being like, "What a waste of food!"
Yeah.
Like,
Well, like, we come from the era of collaborating with How to Basics. That was already just like,
and you got the fucking Uber Eats driver to join you.
Oh yeah,
It took,
that was
like
good.
that's what I mean. You think we just convinced the first guy? We tried like 10 guys before.
Yeah, I
one
can
of them.
imagine. I can imagine.
Yeah, but everyone's like, I
I
can't
think we're
believe
trying
they
to
just
pay them.
convinced.
They were trying to pay them as they put their head into the room, and they were all just so scared that we were going to
No,
like kill.
I would be fucking scared if I walked in the room, two drunk men with 100 fucking cheeseburgers on the table.
No, there was 100 slices of cheese. Okay, and they were all divided up into separate components.
I feel like those videos never reached their potential of what I envisioned them to be. They sort of,
Wait, what's the vision?
What's the vision of that?
I just thought it would be funny. There would be funnier stuff that you could ask them to make or something.
And they were all just like,
but
no.
it was just, it was just little. Every video sort of just ended up. Well, I guess we'll just order 100 of this one item then or something, and then eat it.
And then it also would be 3.5 hours or 4 hours in recording, drunk, and we're like, oh, how many more times we have to try to get some guy to chop?
Yeah,
a
like when you
hamburger
ordered it, it
up
must have been like 2 fucking hours before it showed up.
There was some good parts in those, like getting people to draw stuff on like the Dominos box and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah,
It turned out great in the end. It's a happy little accent. Those videos.
It's one of those videos where I just thought, this is fucking insane.
I think it's just more as us eating shit out of like a big trough, like a mukbang almost.
Yeah.
Really.
Have you guys ever needed to scrap a video because you got too shit faced? We
Um,
can't fucking
We've had
use
to
any
scrap
of
a
this.
podcast. That was my fault.
There's
What happened?
Well, it wasn't my. No.
Let's not touch that.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
So,
the guest
cut that.
got too drunk, and we didn't record enough. And then I was drunk talking to another guy there, and I was like, I don't want that fucking conversation leaked. I was talking about Kanye West for an hour. Like,
So you're saying that I saw the dollar signs and I was like, we need to shove as much shit up your ass every episode as possible. And last time we filmed, you completely unprompted, because we've got this giant wheel that we put in this. It's
that wasn't my asshole. That was my
Shut
nutsack.
up!
Sorry.
Shut up! Let me talk. It's a fucking awesome wheel. You spin it and there's like a punishment on it or something. And one was
Yeah.
like rat trap or mouse trap. And I put my fingers in a mouse trap. And then Chad completely unprompted was like, oh, we should put my dick in it. And mostly everyone there was like, that does not sound safe.
No.
Like, that sounds like a really bad idea. Anyway, Chad was very, very confident that he could put the head of his in the actual thing. So it would snap on the end of his cock.
And it did.
And no one could talk you out of it, basically. So I don't know why you're saying that I'm
Listen, the
one who's like-
Patreon numbers are down, all right?
Wait.
So you put it in and it just...
Yeah, thankfully it caught a bit of my shirt as it was slapping down, so it wasn't as painful. But
But you got flicked in the knob, basically.
But I got flicked in the knob. It didn't hurt as bad as I thought it would, thankfully, but it still fucking hurt.
I think
I love the fact that you thought it would hurt more and yet you still did it. This is unhinged. This is unhinged.
It was one of those.
I think if it was a
nights.
rat trap, it could remove the head of the cock.
Just to kill small mice, aka, you know.
Snap it in the neck, yeah.
Is there anything you would not do?
Yeah, there's got to be a limit.
Yeah, there must be a limit. There
Yeah,
must be a limit.
what's too far for you?
I won't
What's
touch
too
kids.
far for anything? For you?
That's where I draw the line.
That'll never be a tier on our Patreon. I don't think, anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to be like all for it, but now I'm a bit, like I was saying, I'm getting a bit older. It's like there's now some things I'm like, I ain't doing that. Like, I'm like, can we change my name already? Yeah. It's getting old, but there's still a lot of stupid shit I'll do. But there is some conversation we've had in the office, like, should we do that? Should we? I'm like, I don't think I can do that. Sorry.
Like what?
Well, yeah, I want to know where have you drawn the line?
Off the top of my dome, I know. I've been through like phases. And I'm like, okay, no more buttholes, and then I see the Patreon go down. I'm like, that's it, Max. You got Here we go again. Round 2. But promptly, what started was you wanting to shove shit up my ass mostly.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
maybe for a tiny bit. But
now
I
it's
was
a chore, is it?
No, I was always like, if it's something that makes you actually uncomfortable, that's not something you're not like being whored out.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, like I'm saying, you recently started being like, no, we need to start whoring me out more.
There was like a phase where I was like, maybe we should stop. And I was like, oh no, the numbers are going down. Let's do it more. Every episode shoves.
But don't the numbers just naturally go down? Just
Yeah, I guess. But we're posting so much on there now. But that's another
we're not.
conversation. We got
we're
like two.
not.
We got a podcast and a gaming series on there now.
Yeah, but how many
Oh,
buttholes
on
do you have?
Patreon.
Yeah, not enough buttholes. Though.
Not enough
yeah.
buttholes.
Yeah.
That's
We're-
the problem.
We're trying to build out the catalog so then we can finally promote it properly. Because we haven't really given it much promo on the actual channel, but we want to do like a proper this is what's on our Patreon, a full upload.
There's
but we
people
wanna-
on the Patreon who are like, what is this gaming shit? I wanted buttholes.
Yeah.
What is
No,
all-
I
what
think,
is
I
all
think
that?
that because it's edited well and it's like a main channel video sort of.
I don't know if it's the same with you guys, but our Patreon is like just essentially like it's enough money to fund everything. So
Yeah.
we're actually like turning some profit, but it means we can do something or spend something on a video and not think about it because we know we got that
Yeah.
Patreon.
Yeah.
Like for us, our Patreon is just for like really, really big, ambitious projects that we have in mind, and then the podcast kind of just like runs itself at this point. So
Yeah.
it's just like, okay, Patreon for like extra extravagant stuff, and then normal podcasts just to keep going.
Well,
basically.
there's a lot of stuff that we have in videos that we'd like to keep in the main channel video, but because, you know, kids and their TikTok and they're like really ADHD, we have to keep videos really engaging from start to finish.
yeah.
The MrBeast method.
Yeah. So there is some stuff that we'd love to leave in the videos, but it's just like there's no way to loop it in and make it engaging because like the punchline leading up to that is a minute of us explaining like, okay, now for this next punchline, Max is going to grab the camera and he's going to, you know. But
Shove it up my ass.
Yeah. But we could essentially have a second channel for like gaming and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
we don't
yeah.
want to like spread ourselves on doing 300 different channels like Smosh games. So we're just like,
Yeah.
let
I think
anything-
if you don't do that right, people get sick of you.
yeah.
Like there's an argument to be made either side. Like MrBeast does like as much as possible, but I think if you see someone's face come up too many times, it's like, oh, they've got gaming channel, they've got second channel, they're doing vlogs, they're doing this, they're doing that constantly.
Yeah.
It can run like a little thin. I think there's a way to market it like with what we're doing where people feel like it's an event. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
they finally posted a video.
Because like
that works for
overexposure
us.
is definitely a thing that can happen.
Yeah.
Especially like I feel like some YouTubers brands are like the kind of like the mystique around them. You know, every time I see like a internet historian video, for example, I'm
Right.
like, holy
Yeah.
shit!
It's like
Exactly.
everybody stop everything.
Yo, stop everything!
He's
I
just-
am
the
dropping.
king uploaded.
That's it. We just want to have something that we upload and we're like really proud of, and anything else that we want to do on the side. Because obviously we've had the
Yeah.
conversation. Oh, you know, want to make some extra money? Let's do a gaming channel. But then it's just
Yeah.
like, oh fuck it, we'll just put it on Patreon, paywall. If people want to see us kick back, play some games, they can pay to see it.
Yeah,
Again, I will pay to see you drunkenly analyzing anime as you watch
That
it.
we
Bro.
have done similar Patreon videos
Yeah.
where we've it's called Down the Rabbit Hole. We have a series where we just like go on the internet and we just start watching the most fucking
Just watch down the rabbit hole.
just
Yeah.
just watch down the rabbit
yeah.
hole. Right?
So I mean, I'll do that next time. We'll do a reaction to an anime episode and I'll
Hell yeah.
start.
Bro,
analyzing.
fuck yeah! I would actually pay to watch that.
Yeah.
That would be
Okay, that's it. Give me your money.
right now.